such a treat before the intermission. He's coming to you guys all the way from Cleveland, Ohio. Hell yeah, right? Y'all give it up for the hilarious Dwayne Duke.
Alabama, you ready to have some fun? All right, like you said, I come going from Cleveland, Ohio. You don't care. I'm from Cleveland. We have a t-shirt there that is way too aggressive. It just says, bitch, I'm from Cleveland, and that is intense. Like, that is some post-LeBron nonsense, because before he came back, our shirts was like, hey, we ain't Detroit. If you know anything about Ohio and Michigan, we hate each other because back in the 1800s when we all rode horses to get around, not because of rich white women, that's how you will address me, that's who I am as a person. We had a little battle over this place called Toledo, Ohio, and the loser kept it. So, basically Michigan and Ohio are like Bud Light and Miller Lite. While you were experiencing it, if you can tell the difference, you're a goddamn alcoholic. Comedy's fun, it's a great job. I've had some other fun jobs. I used to deliver pizza because I have a real estate license and a college degree, and that's how you get that job. I worked for a corporate pizza place. I can't tell you which one, but the slogan was better ingredients, shitty pay. You know which one that is? Yeah, that place gave me daddy issues. And my cross the bear, sometimes it's on fire. I like it down here. You guys are fun people. I used to work with children because comedy is a really fun job and it pays no bills. I developed this hobby, crop dusting kindergartners. It's amazing. If you have never farted in a 5-year-old's face, it's literally the best. Like, just watch them try to articulate what's wrong in their world. I'm like, what's wrong? Everything's awful! I know, it's gonna get shitty. I'm Midwestern, so we're polite people. This year my resolution is to not have conversations I don't feel like having. So if you start talking to me and I'm not in the mood for it, I'll just say no thank you. My last day working with kids, this little girl comes up to me, she goes, my mommy wants my hair parted like this, and this weekend we're going to Niagara Falls, and I've got a dog, and I was like, no thank you. And she goes, oh, that seems fair, just walks. It works, try it. Kids are easy. Lord. Man. There's this myth that black doesn't crack. I'm 30, it's cracking. It's cracking. This is not holding together well. My grandfather's a man for whom black is not cracking. He's 85. He was a man back when that mattered. Like, he worked on the railroads. He went to war. He raised a family, and most of the kids in it were his. And I was home for a couple of days. My mom calls. She goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "And I'm just sitting down." She goes, "Go pick your grandfather up. He's at a funeral." I was like, "Oh my God, who died?" She goes, "Well, I have no idea." And I go to the funeral home and I pick him up and I go, "Who died? Do I need to go in and pay my respects?" He goes, "Oh, I don't know." And I was like, "Why are you going to funerals of people you don't know?" He goes, "I'm 85. These are victory laps." I turned 30 last year, and honestly, calm down, it doesn't get better, right? Wish they could tell me that at 15. I'm aging like fine milk, right? Like, I've stopped being a person, I've stopped doing all kinds of things. Like, I haven't met anyone new in 7 months, but I have been to every clearance sale at Old Navy. Old Navy is the best place on the planet. They play a lot of easy listening music, like the Dave Matthews Band, and like the Dave Matthews Band is perfect no matter where you're on your drunk. Like, if you just got started, right? They've got a song for you. I don't care if it's the Ants Go Marching or the other one. And I figured Alabama's a Dave Matthews crowd. A lot of white people. I did something cool this year. I went on on vacation to Hawaii for the very first time. Hawaii is a trip, man. There were no white people there. That's not why it was fun, but it helped. I went to my very first nude beach as an adult, and I'm laying there on a nude beach. It was an all-gay nude beach, because spoiler alert, fun! And I was laying there, just, enjoying the sun, getting some color, because I need it, and this older gentleman walks over, and he looks at me, and he's talking about my tattoos, because I got a couple under here that you can't see, and he goes, I really like that one. I was like, cool, it's my favorite too, but can you move? Your balls are blocking my light. Yes, we can talk about it. I spend a lot of time traveling. I'm always in the South because don't take my personal safety into account when booking shows. I am in Alabama like 9 times a year, and I've seen how you vote. Prove me wrong. I was recently going to Atlanta for some shows, and I'm a road comic, which means I drive everywhere, and I stopped in this cute little town in Georgia called Dalton. On the way into town, there's a billboard that says, Dalton, Georgia, the gateway to Civil War. And I was like, well, shouldn't be here. Now, I'm a really persnickety person, so I stopped at this cute little artisanal restaurant, this wonderful place called the Waffle House. I walk in, and the little girl behind the counter, she goes, your accent's so cute, where are you from? I was like, oh, from Ohio. She goes, oh, is that people from Ohio sound like? I was like, nah, this is cock. She goes, well, I'll be praying for you. I was like, well, with any luck, I'll also be on my knees tonight, thank you. What did you learn? Don't be a bitch. I was going to Atlanta because I'm a black queer and that's where they make us. You have to go back twice a year, you lose a certification. I don't want to take the test again, it's a lot of work. I'm a single person, if you want to make life changes. On my 29th birthday, a friend of mine took me out. She goes, hey, when are you going to get this off the market? And I was like, we're at brunch and our ex haven't come. Maybe calm down. She goes, no, I'm worried about you. I don't want you to die alone. I was like, well, your divorce isn't final, so worry about yourself. You have to feed me or I'm an asshole. She goes, no, so like, are you on any dating apps? And I was like, yeah, bitch, I'm almost 30. I'm on all of them. At the time, I was on Tinder, Bumble, Grindr, Adam for Adam, Craigslist, Angie's List. I was on everything with a corner. And honestly, if I could find a pair of roller skates and a cute pair of shorts, that was next. I'm doing pretty good at the dating thing. Like this year I've had some boyfriends, they weren't mine, but I had them. Man, I date a lot of younger guys because I'm cute, but I date a lot of older guys because I love dinner. It's my shit. Have you had dinner? Right? It'll make you put up with some nonsense. Like, you eat better, right? That's why she's with you. That's why I be with him. He's a cutie, but he gotta feed me. Let me stop. Man, I have a very specific type. You keep them here in Alabama, not Huntsville, but the other parts. My type is like upper middle white trash. That's what I like. I like a man with like a bunch of neck tattoos and no work history. That's my shit. Have you ever had this dude? Like if I ride up and down your street every day for 2 years, you've got the same car up on blocks with a hood up and a dog chain in the front tire. We'll hop in the car, scooter, we're going to Kmart. If you don't know what Kmart is, it's like Walmart, only sadder. I've been dating online my entire history. Like, I've never met a person in person because that shit's weird. I date online. Like, I did it back before we had iPhones and apps. Like, I used to answer Craigslist ads because I'm just willing to die. Now we've got Grindr. Grindr's fantastic. It's like Grubhub for men. Like, if I'm willing to eat local, I can be satisfied in 20, 25 minutes. Some of you didn't laugh. Do you not have delivery here? Alright, Alabama. Let's see what you're doing. You guys are a pretty cool crowd. You're not the best crowd I've ever had. That honor goes to a prison show I did in Conneaut, Ohio. If you don't know where Conneaut, Ohio is, congratulations, you're a person. Like all local things, this started on the internet. I got an email one day, they're like, hey, Dwayne, you want to perform in a prison? I was like, no, I do not. But I am professional and a money grubber. So I sent them back an email. I was like, listen, this is my quote. This is how much money it takes to get me into a prison. And I quoted them a ridiculous amount of money. And I sent this email. I was like, that's the last I'm ever going to hear of this. And 2 hours later, there was a deposit in my checking account. I said, well, I'm going to prison. If you want to know how much they paid me, it was enough for a black man to voluntarily go to prison. That's how much they fucking paid me to do this show in a prison in Conneaut, Ohio. Not just go to a prison, but bring 6 of my friends. There was a comma in this check. I think about it when I'm lonely. Now, the day the show happens, we all show up and we're standing outside and we meet our escort. He is a man of size. He's a big boy. I've got nothing against big people. Those are my friends. However, when I'm stepping into a prison, I'm looking for a 6'4" ex-Marine covered in tattoos with a gun and a will to live. And this man had none of those things. He was, however, the best tour guide Disney World's ever lost. He's pointing things out like we're all planning on coming back. Over here is the softball field. Over here is our exercise yard. Back over there is the mess hall where we feed them. And over there is the pods where we house them all. And I was like, you're here to tell a joke, tell a goddamn joke. And I was like, what? No cornhole? He goes, no, there's cornhole. Mention I'm a road act. That just means that I stay in the nicest hotels, parking lots. Right? Real fancy. I went to a Catholic all-male high school, so I got bullied because this is back before Lady Gaga. Like back when I was in high school, we weren't all born this way. And if that's the case, Stephanie, then why the no job? I digress. I was getting picked on one day in school, and this guy decides he's going to stand up for me. He's going to be my hero. He steps in, because I'm getting it from all angles and not in a life-affirming way. He steps in, and he stands, he goes, hey, y'all, leave him alone. Ain't his fault he act like that. He didn't have a dad growing up. I was like, I do have a dad. Where are you getting this intel? I'm a junior. He goes, you got a dad? Then why you act like that? I'm a drinker. You ever get the kind of drunk where you get social, right? I was in a bar one night and I see the hottest man I can get. He's like a 7. And I'm like talking to myself. I'm like, just go over there, be a normal person once you like, put your hand out, say hello. I'm walking across the bar, repeating this to myself, and I hear in the back of my head, grab his balls. I was like, what was that? Shake it off, you can do this. Just put your hand out, say hello. Put your hand out, say hello. Get that dick. I make it halfway across the bar, repeat this to myself, stop and start, stop and start, stop and start. When I noticed that this 6.2 was a cop. And here's not just a normal cop. I lived in Florida at the time, so he was in battle gear, because they deal with meth heads twice a week, and they don't go down in the first shot. Here's the thing, I'm openly black. And black people and cops don't have the best relationship. It's been awkward since like 1776. So I go over there, I'm like, don't do your thing and be a normal person once you like. Put your hand out, say hello. And I got to about here. And I was like, hi, my name is. And I reached over and tickle him a little bit. Guys, he didn't even shoot me at first. It took 2 hours. But Daddy's got skills! Alright, y'all, I'm Dwayne Duke. Thank you so much.